Hello, my name's Mike Tehanan, and I'm going to take you through the app that we've co-designed with the Learning for Life organisation that supports the therapy delivery for children with autism. The app supports the data collection, reporting and management using the principles of ABA, or Applied Behavioural Analysis. And what it involves is introducing a stimulus and then managing and guiding the response to that stimulus. The thing is though, there's lots of stimuli. In fact, the organisation that we co-designed this app with has a library of over 6,000 stimuli that can be used to help a child. That's a lot of data, given that each of these stimulus is involved in an intensive process over hours, weeks and months. That's a lot of ticks and crosses and programs and reports and statistics that all used to be done on paper that's now done digitally. So let's have a look at what the app looks like. Okay, so this is the app. It's using Salesforce running on an Apple iPad. And the app's made up of buttons across the top of the screen and then some tabs for data a little bit lower down. You're looking at a fictitious client here, Andy. So Andy's got, on the first tab, he's got some information, some basic demographic information. We go to the Stages tab. That shows us the individual curriculum for Andy, and that's made up of a fair bit of different programs and areas here. And the blue tab top tells you that Andy's actively working in this particular area. So there's a couple of areas in Learning to Learn, and each of these subgroups is made up of a further, more granular stimulus. So in this case, Andy's working on 7 of the 47 things within the first group of Learning to Learn, and similarly 6 of 13 in the next. You get a good overview of the types of things that Andy either knows or is currently working on. So play skills and communication and self-care and matching, lots and lots of data. So therapy sessions can be 3 a day, 1 a day, 1 a week. It all varies depending on the particular client. But again, there's a lot of data that's collected. So if we go into that, we can see here's one that's been partially completed. So Andy's been marked as either correct, incorrect, or non-responsive or prompted for a number of these different areas. But let's go and collect some more data and show you how it works. So the list that comes up here is particular to Andy. It's only if they've been assigned to Andy that these items come up, and things like the current status of the test and whether a retest is due is all really important, and you can imagine difficult to manage on paper. So if we choose an item such as book labels receptive for bread and mark that as correct, and then we can record that assessment. It's as simple as that. And we want to choose a different one such as expressive emotions, go back, we can mark that as incorrect and record that assessment. So hitting those tab buttons used to be the pluses and minuses and pauses and such on paper. The important thing about having this digitally is that all the statistics that are needed are all automatically calculated. So how many were correct, how many incorrect, non-responsive, prompted, and the percentages, and then the color icon refers to those. So let's have a look now at the reporting of this overall for Andy. And it's in this concept called program mastery. And what it says is, looking at all the different data collected for Andy over time, we can look at a particular program if we want, such as 2D matching. And we can see here that for each of the subgroups, how's Andy going with this? So CUP, you can see along the top line there, it's not going so well. He's mostly been red. When you mouse over these, it gives you the full data behind it, and a green session. Some of these though, like non-identical apple, are orange and red, but you can see there's a good streak of green there, and then they faded off a little bit. Other things tell us that if you look vertically along these, that sometimes that Andy's just had a bad day. So something that's red all the way up vertically means that particular session just didn't go well for what could be lots of different reasons. So again, this gives us a great visual indication for how's Andy going with his therapy. Much better than paper. Thanks very much.